So, I found this on the way through from the park today. I haven't opened it or picked it up or read it at all. So, obviously, since Liam and Daniel have been at school, I haven't really seen academic paperwork. So, as I said, I found this on the way home today. I haven't opened it or had a look or overwhelmed my head yet. My boys will be having a tutor. So this is Year 10 mock maths paperwork, non-calculator, foundation tier. I'm not going to go all the way in it, but I'm just going to say to Stephen Morgan and all the MPs that there are parents that are pretty much forced to home educate their children. And if you wish to have a database of this network and the network of people that don't particularly want to be part of your paperwork and network, me and my boys obviously do maths in many other ways, but this is for later on. And I want to see, so it's a Pearson's level 1 to GCSE, write your name, centre number, candidate number. Now we as home ed people can pay for this stuff. This costs £75 and you literally go to school for 18 months of the year. Oh, hang on a minute. I'm fuming. What is this complete nonsense about? String him up. Dean's going mental. He's watching something about all this paedophile stuff going on. So anyway, use blank ink or a ballpoint pen, fill in the boxes at the top of the page, the centre candidate, answer all the questions, blah, blah, blah. Now, don't forget, as somebody with any EDS told you they're going to try to normalise this sick agenda. Yeah, I was getting ticks off Dean. So anyway, information, advise, read each question carefully, blah, blah, blah. So let's have a look. Could you pass a maths test? Oh my goodness, seriously, I don't know whether I'm gonna pretend I'm not, just for my own shame and guilt here, but so answer all the questions, write your answer in the space provided. You must write down all the stages you're working. Write 6, 3, 2, 4 correct to the nearest thousand. Well, that's easy, isn't it? Following numbers in order size, start with the smallest. Well, that's easy as well. Going this way, aren't we? Write following size order. That's easy. Write what's 20% of a fraction. That's easy. I actually do find these easy. So here is a list of 4 fractions. One of these fractions is not equivalent to. Write down fractions. So let's just go through. We've got fractions. Write down the first even 7 multiples of 7. Okay, now we get to this is where I need to do some study and research. Unless you obviously know what they are. That's where I would probably go. Unless I reread how to do it again. After the probability scale, it shows the probability of each event, A, B, C, D, Write down the letter of event as in certain. Write down the letter of event as in likely. There are 12 counters in a bag. 3 of the counters are red. They actually changed this stuff. 1 of the counters is blue. 2 of the counters are yellow. The rest of the counters are green. Caitlin takes a random from the counter. Show the probability. Blah, blah, blah. Round my word. Have they actually ever changed this? Obviously then, I mean, me and Elijah and Shiloh, they'd do this thing in the shop when we go shopping anyway. 3 kilograms of meat costs £54. Nina buys 2 kilograms of meat. How much should Nina pay? I mean, again, this is 2 to 8 is 2 marks. The centre of the circle marks with a cross. Write down the mathematical name straight line. And then again, obviously quite easy to study for somebody like me. Tim and 3 friends go on holiday together for a week. The 4 will share the costs of the holiday equally. Here is the costs. Write down an example to show each of the following statements is not correct. The factor of an even number is always even. All the digits are in odd numbers are odd. Shop sells desktop computers, laptops, tablets, The composite bar chart shows information about sales over the last 3 years. Write down the number of da 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 da. I mean, again, this is all easy. In 2007, more tablets were sold. Again, this is all basic stuff that you can teach your children while walking around in the shop. This is about your monthly salary. Again, this is all stuff that you do in business. Self-employed, you have to do this anyway. I could give a load of kids a load of boxes and get them to go out there and practically do this. So this is why you're learning this stuff. Okay, I need to find where it starts getting... Oh, I'm getting loads of texts off Dean. He's catching up. Obviously coming out of his shell for a bit. Give your answers to make numbers. In a village, number of houses and number of flats are a ratio of 6.4. The number of flats and number of bungalows are a ratio of 8.5. There are 50 bungalows in the village. How many houses are there in the village? For anybody who doesn't know, I'm going for a maths exam that I found. Again, this is about how many sweets. They can do that when they go to the shop. And you keep them in school, all for this. Bike racing, get a timer on, they can do this. This is all... here's a solid square-based pyramid. So obviously this tells you what V is, this tells you what A is, this tells you what B is, this tells you what C is, this tells you what D is, and then obviously the pyramid base is square size. Draw the accurate relevant fronts from the side. Work out the total service of the pyramid. You can do that by going to Egypt. A pattern is made on 4 equal sides. This is again an exam paper. I'm just literally going through it, otherwise it would take me ages. So this is the last one. On the grid below, draw the graph. Y equals 1 minus 4. The value of X from -3 to 3. So on there, just pin it. And then that would be it. That would be the end of the test. And then obviously you're going to get the total. The total for this paper is 80 marks. And then each of these total of questions is 26, is 2 marks. And then literally that is your child defined by their maths standard based on this, put into a class with a group with other people when they could just be out shopping with you. They could be building a business with you. They could be doing things with you. They could be going, you know, changing over their skateboard wheels and learning this stuff. They can learn this stuff through timetables. They can learn this stuff by going down to the veg shop with you, weighing up the foods, learning everyday things. They can do this by baking a cake with you. They learn this stuff in everyday life. This is an institution. And that's all I can say. Could you pass a maths test anyway? I think if you applied it to real life, then you could. But you can't ask every single child, dyslexic or anything. But if you put down and you visually did this with you, most children would do really well. It's all about how you test and examine the children. But at the end of the day, you want to be working on their purpose. You want to be working on their character. You want to be working on their basic foundations, who they are, where they're going to fit into the world. This stuff dominates, controls, and really just takes away the whole purpose of learning.